CNBC TV 18. The company on our radar right now is Uflex. It's down 3.5% in trade. It's delivered a mixed set of Q1 numbers. While the revenue growth at 17% looked good, the margins were compressed. So margins were down by 130 basis points to 13%, impacted by a higher power as well as material costs. To discuss this and more, we're now joined by Rajesh Bhatia, the global CFO of the company. He joins us on the phone line. Good for joining in. Let me start with your top line growth of 17%. 14% is accounted in the back of a sales volume. Could you explain where the remaining 3% came? Was it an account of price hikes, or was it a change in your realization mix or product mix?
I think it's largely because, the basic raw material, which is crude, up during the quarter by about 6%. So, a large part of that other than, the volume part.
All right. So let's take that crude point forward, Mr. This quarter, you've done revenue margins of around 13%. You had earlier guided 15% for the full financial year. So do you think you will be able to achieve those margins given where crude is right now?
So I think we have, in the packaging business, we have some lag effect of the margins. So that is why the packaging business margins are a bit down in this quarter. But, the films margins, the packaging films margins are definitely up this quarter as I had guided last time. So, with the lag effect, what happens is that, when the prices have gone up by 17% in the last quarter, while I have to absorb the prices, the effect of that on my realization comes in the next quarter or next month, depending upon, how my sales are contracted with the customers. So that's primarily the reason that, the profitability growth, EBITDA is about 8%, while the sales volume growth is about 14%.
Margins for FY19 is still possible, is what you're saying?
I would say so, provided the crude is, stable. If the crude is not stable, this quarter we've already seen some reduction in the crude prices, so that should be positive for our.
Okay. Mr. Bhatia, of the 17% increase in the crude oil prices, how much were you able to pass on to your clients, and how much did the company have to absorb?
So, it works like this. In the packaging films business, it is passed on the day one.
Okay.
While in the flexible packaging business, if your contract adjustment is on a quarterly basis, so the last quarter prices gets reflected in the current quarter. So, while the last quarter the prices went up by 17%, this quarter they are down. So the last quarter 17% increase will get reflected in my prices in the current quarter.
Okay, so what would that mean in terms of your margins purely for the quarter that we are currently in?
I think this should give us about 1.5% or so.
All right. Let's talk about the BOPET prices now, the BOPET prices. Where exactly do they stand right now? The last time you spoke to us, they were around that 120 mark. You said it can go high by about 5 to 10%. And in that light, which part of the BOPET cycle are we in right now? Do you expect the prices to firm up going forward as well?
So current BOPET price, if you see the 12 micron film, is about 135 rupees now.
Okay.
And the raw material is 84, 85 rupees. So, that gives you a margin of about 50 rupees a kg. Q1 of last year, the BOPET prices were about 100 rupees and the raw material prices were about 66 rupees. So the margin was about 32, 33. So clearly we've seen that, the margin has expanded. And Q4, the margin was about 50 rupees. And July, we've seen a 1 rupee increase in that margin. I think there is 3 to 4 rupees more what we can expect as, the demand supply equilibrium is heavily skewed now. And, we have in the BOPET at least, a position where, you have a backlog of order of between 1 to 2 months. So clearly the margins look to will be better.
Mr. Bhatia, let me come back to the, the question about the overall margins and the impact of crude oil prices. You said Q2 margins will be lower by 1.5%, right? Due to the lagged impact of higher crude prices in the quarter gone by. So therefore Q2 margins...
I said the Q2 margins It's this quarter I had in the April, May, June quarter I had the opportunity to recover the increase in prices in that quarter. The margin in this quarter would have been higher by 1.5%. So now I'll realize that gain in the current quarter. So the current quarter will see the impact of that.
All right. So current Q2 margin should be higher. What about your revenue contribution from the liquid packaging business? When we last spoke to you, you said 350 crore on an annual basis.
Yeah, liquid packaging currently we have, last quarter we had about 12 customers. This quarter we have about 20 customers, but the ramp up with a large customer is where we are currently focusing on. And that should happen probably this quarter, and one or two accounts have already given us the heads up. And I think the contract should be done in this quarter. So I think by the end of this fiscal, we should be up and looking at about 60% capacity utilization in this business.
So 350 crore revenue from this year, from this segment that you had guided for earlier, doesn't stand this year, right?
I think we have a bit of a challenge in sort of meeting that number.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Bhatia, for joining in and giving us the update. Wish you good luck for the remainder of this year. With that.